Mother of 4. One of them, the firstborn, is Nick Mwendwa, FKF president currently.
Do you have any problem with your husband looking at your phone and you looking at his?
I don't know even what is in his phone. Normally, if when it cries and here, it's calling. I will.
You just carry it.
And give it to him. And if he's not, he has gone back, the only phone I will pick is it the son who is calling?
Like your son?
Yeah, he's calling.
But any other name is not...
the other names to me, they are immaterial. I will take for the sons or maybe for the daughters-in-law. I'm happy to say that I've developed a structure for running our chamas, so that when you have your books, for transparency and accountability, you have books where everybody has a page, and the page you divide into columns.
You developed that?
Yeah.
You use your education.
My education to develop that. Wow. So that the women are not, there so many of them do so many bad things. But after I retired, I looked at the way chamas women were running them, how the women were losing money,
yeah.
How they were not there. But I said,
Tell the women.
If he's out, please, open the door immediately you hear him coming. Because you do not know what is around the home. You don't know what is around the home. You could be doing that, then he's killed at the door, and people will put it on you. Even the government will tell you are the first suspect. By the way, you are the first suspect. You'll be picked and locked up there. Tell us what happened.
Wengine wanasema sitamfungulia.
Nje na wanawake wengine. Just open, and when you open, go there. Leave the food for him. He can warm for himself or eat it when it is cold. But let there be food for him. Mzoe! Utazoea! Why are you not used? Mumekaa pamoja. In fact, 1 year utazoea. Mumekaa pamoja for the last 10 to 15 years. Ujazoea anakujanga late. Ujazoea anashindanga na wanawake. Ujazoea. Ujazoea.
Hello viewers and happy new year. This is a great year again. Now we start with women. I told you we are changing lives and we are taking care of our older person, and in this country we are making sure that everyone in every corner is aware of what is happening with our older persons and our retired people. And today we got the opportunity to visit the county of Makueni, Makindo sub-county. And we are visiting none other than a retired teacher over the last 10 years who is doing great things with the community and the personal things. She's actually not like she's retired, she's so vibrant, she's so happy. And the person we are meeting today is none other than Joyce Kathyoli, as popularly known. And this mother is the mother of Nick Mwendwa, the FKF president in Kenya. No wonder now we know where Nick comes from and why he is what he is. The mother is here to tell us. Madam Joyce, like you are popularly known, you kuwa mwalimu unaitwa madam. So, and I've walked around, I've heard that everyone is saying you are their role model. Maybe you didn't know that. So can you talk to viewers, those who are not from Makueni, so that they can also know who you are? And you tell us how you brought up Nick Mwendwa to be the president today, a famous young man. So tell us your name and how you grew up and where you came from.
Hello viewers. Happy New Year. My name is Joyce Kathyoli. And I'm a mother of 4. One of them, the firstborn, is Nick Mwendwa, FKF president currently. And I went to school starting from nursery, those many years ago. Went to primary school in Duluni, in Kilome constituency. Then from there I went to my Form 1 to Form 4. I went to Mudedeni Girls. When I finished Mudedeni Girls, I went for my A-levels in North Girls in Siaya.
Wow.
Then after that, I came back. I started teaching immediately when teachers were very scarce, and especially women. So I was employed by the TSC. I did as untrained. I taught in Enguli Secondary School.
Wow, untrained teacher.
Untrained. Yes. Went to Enguli 1 year, Kaskeo 5 years.
As untrained.
As untrained because colleges were few, even universities it was very difficult.
Yeah.
If I would tell you what I got on those days, but I didn't get a chance to the university.
Yeah.
I had 9 points in Form 6.
Wow.
So later, I started looking for colleges. I got Kisi College. I'm among the founders of Kisi College. Teachers, Kisi College. I went there. And then from there, after the time, 2 years, I was posted to Makindu Secondary School. I taught in Makindu Secondary School for 24 years.
Wow.
So
24 years.
24 years.
As trained.
As trained.
And before you taught for 5 years and 1 year untrained.
And then I went to Kisingo Secondary School where I retired voluntarily.
Wow.
I taught for 5 years.
Wow.
So all those many years, I had the experience of dealing with the young people. But besides that, I was also doing other things. I used to do a lot of farming, small bits of farming here and there.
While you were teaching?
While I was a teacher, I had a few shambas. I would do my work. And I was still doing small businesses.
While you were a teacher?
Yeah, when I was a teacher. After school, I would rush, go sell a few things. In the morning, I would wake up at 4, make some samosas and sell in a hotel that was at the market.
Here in Makindu?
Here in Makindu.
Okay.
So I would make samosas of meat, dairy, beef. I would make the samosas, sell to them. So before I go to school, I would take to them when I'm going to school and then go to school.
And you are a teacher?
And I am a teacher.
And at this time, you are talking about Makindu, and you talked about having come from Kizome or Kilome?
Kilome constituency.
So, how were you? Did you come to teach here, or were you married here? How
immediately after college, I was posted to Makindu Secondary School. Okay. Immediately.
Yes.
So I got the posting. Originally, you used to come with your posting letter.
Yeah,
so I came with it to Makindu Secondary. Then that was 1988. So I brought it there and I stayed there for the next 24 years.
At this time, were you married or were you single?
Yes, I was married.
Did you go to college when you were already married?
I went to college when I was married. So I had my children. I used to struggle with them, get house helps, sometimes miss them. They would go to school, bring them up. I go pick them in the evening when I'm going out. We go to the house. In fact, my children knew how to cook. Because of that. That when you do not have a house help, then they must train themselves how to cook. So I trained them to cook. Even when I was making the samosas, one of them, the second born, used to assist me make them. He used to assist me make them. And on Saturday, after maybe some duties in school, we would still be with them. We would still be with them and then do some work.
Yes.
So I started small businesses when I was in school.
Yes.
Then I stopped going to Kilome. I bought a piece of land where I am now talking from. I bought when I was in Makindu Secondary, I bought this piece of land, 8 acres.
Wow.
Then I built my house there. I came and settled here.
With your husband?
Yeah, with my husband.
And your children?
Yeah, my husband and my children, we came and settled here. When I was in college, he was also a teacher.
He was also in Makindu.
In Kanguni was in Makindu by that time.
Yes.
He was a teacher in that.
Yes.
Then I came here. So he started sleeping here in Makindu, then he would go to Kaunguni Primary.
But he's coming home from
He's
here.
coming from here.
Where we are right now?
No. First he started at the market and then we came here, he started here. Okay. Then after some time he was promoted to the office. He would go out, then come over the weekend or after some time when we closed the schools.
Yes.
Then we stayed with him and the children continued going to school. There were pupils in Makindu Primary School. Then after some time, when the firstborn Nick went to Form 1, the others I took them to Mwailu Academy. So I was left alone. The husband was not here and the children were not here. So I was left here alone, but they would go. All this time we were struggling with them, we were doing everything with them. But I was still doing my small businesses. So after some time of accumulation as a woman, I started buying, I bought a TV, black and white. After some time, did away with it, got another one. I liked listening to programs in businesses.
Wow.
I like business. So when I was listening to programs, one of the days, I was listening to KCMB, some programs on businesses.
Yes.
So they were saying, you cannot start everything at a go. But what you need is, you think big, but start small.
Wow.
Then I looked at the programs that they had there. I saw, there is a program of chicken rearing.
Oh, on the TV they were teaching
teaching
on how you can start small, but it should be thinking big.
Yeah, don't think, because they were saying if you think small and you start it will get wasted. But if you think big, then you will start from somewhere.
Like you have a big picture of what you want.
Yeah. So like I could even imagine when you were in school, we were saying if you are a high jump, you jump higher than you are expecting.
Yeah.
So don't say I will jump and reach the 3rd one. Yeah. Say I want to go up to the 10th one.
Yeah.
So at least you will climb up, because the struggle is there.
Like
so,
it is said, if you can't fall on the moon, you will fall on the stars. So you aim the sun.
Yeah, the sun.
Yeah.
Fall on the moon or the stars, one of the two.
Okay.
So I listened to the programs and they said, besides doing the work of cultivating a few areas here because the rain is scarce, I decided I will start a business of rearing hens. So I built a house. I started with broilers. After some time I thought that was too much. So I stopped it. I went to Kenchik, bought some of them. When I came, they are not as popular. But with the introduction of the Kukuchik, I started with Kukuchik. In fact, originally I was buying 50.
Yeah.
Then I went to 100.
Yes.
Then 200.
Yes.
I went to 400.
Yes.
By the time I was doing that, and then I started selling at the market.
Yeah.
I would go to hotels, ask them, go to schools when they have functions, go to this. In fact, some of the principals knew I was keeping hens. Yeah. So when they have functions in schools, they just call me and tell me, we want 30, we want 20. So I would sell to them and I would get them there. And this assisted me. So I have the shamba with some food, then I have the hens to bring to take care, then that would assist me. So I continued like that until a time came when I went for my last school where I retired. I stayed for some time and I said, I have so many people who mentored me, like my mother. She used to tell me she was a farmer and she used to do crops and animals. And I would remember how they did. And at this point I would even tell you, my son, who stayed with my mother for some time, Nick, admires that. He's turning his farm into livestock rearing.
You're coming to that.
Yes,
so your mom was old, she was not, maybe she went to school?
My mother, she had basic education. She told me she went up to standard 4.
But still you had so much to learn from her.
Yeah, I had so much to learn from her. Physically, how to grow, social, how to stay with people, and how to bring a family up.
From your mom?
Yeah, she would advise me and tell me, when you go to a home, do not just use one source of getting everything. use different sources so that this one fails, you get another one working. So like her, you would see she's doing this, I am also doing this, I'm also doing this. So she told me, do many things. And where you think your energy can work, then put it there.
Wow.
So I used to do that.
So your chicken is like how many at this point? Like three? You said 3,000?
Yeah, by the time COVID came, I was rearing 3,000.
Wow.
And then I had even some connections to Nairobi. There are some people who would ask, they go to a hotel and they know it's cheaper to say that. Until I started even selling to East Meat. There is somebody, a company called East Meat. They used to come here, and then outside we stage everything, drums, water, and then they would now take them. Wow. Then we slaughter them, and then at the end when they are finished, we now measure the kilos, and then they were buying that time a kilo at 430. Wow. So we would do that, and I would give them. But with the onset of COVID, there was a challenge. He didn't even have anywhere to send those who were buying. They didn't have anywhere to send. Wow. The ones that we had, by the time we finished, they had taken. So I have slightly gone down in rearing of hens, but I am deciding to start.
So at what time did you get retired? Is it after you reached your 60 years? What did you retire? No.
When I went for my last school, which was Kisingo Secondary.
Yeah.
I stayed there for 5 years. I said that.
Yes.
And in the process,
yes,
I looked at my hope.
Yeah.
The money I am getting.
Yes.
And the money I can make here at home.
Yes.
And then after talking to a few individuals,
yeah,
I said, I give it a trial. Then my children used to tell me, Mommy, you have really worked for so long. Stop it.
Yeah.
In fact, every other time they come from Nairobi,
yeah,
when they come here, Mother, you have not decided to leave going to school.
And they can
People are giving you orders, they are giving you this, because I had refused to become a principal. Or because of my family.
Yeah.
Because of my family.
Yeah.
I looked at my children. They were good in class. I think she knows.
Yeah.
They were very good in class. Then I was saying, I would see people getting promoted. Then they are taken to so far schools. Then you have either to leave the children around or go with them. Change them. And then they will there. Then I said, these children of mine will not learn. They will not get good education. So I said,
let me just teach.
Because like one was in Kadian, another one was in Longa, another one was... So I said, with all that, every child in a different place, and then you come here, by the time you come, some of them, and their boys, some of them will not come even here. They will just... So I said,
let me just teach.
Let me just become a teacher. I was a departmental head, humanities, because I used to teach CRE and geography.
So you retired? I
retired in Kisingo. I said, when they put pressure on me, and I also was getting tired, I said, let me retire. I went on voluntary retirement. You are given just like any
And now you've been retired for the last 10 years.
Yes, I've been retired for that long. But I have more work to do than when I was in class. Because you know, in class, it's going to class and you stay from 7 to 5. You have a structured calendar for you. But here at home, the calendar is not structured. It's yours. So you work, it is you who structure every day. Today I am going here and there and there.
You make your own schedule.
You wake up and you make your own schedule and you say, this one I am going to do this, I'm going to do this. If it changes up there, you have no regrets because it's yours. You can always adjust, but you know you cannot.
So how is your day like when you are making your own schedule?
When I'm making my own schedule, I wake up in the morning.
What time is morning?
At 5. I wake up at 5.
Still at 5?
Yes. And one thing I have said in my life, and I think it's good for women.
Yes.
The first place I go when I wake up in the morning is going to the bathroom. By the way, we go for our Jumuiya. I'm a Catholic.
Yes.
We go for our Jumuiya on Thursday tomorrow. And we go at 6:30. When I arrive there, I arrive the way I will stay the whole day. When the others are coming in night dresses, in shambles and lessons, I go the way I am. I wake up, I bathe. By 6, I'm set. I am set. And that's how I start my day. Then after that, I come for my breakfast. After my breakfast, I talk to my servants, my helps who are
have a
here.
lot of help
Helps
in
who
your
are around there.
compound, yeah.
That is a driver. The one who was coming is a driver.
Yes.
I talk to them. He comes before 8. I talk to them. You are going to do this. You are going to do this. You are going to. By that time, Mzee has already left.
So Mzee is here?
Mzee is here.
He's also
He also, when I wake up, maybe he wakes up after 20 or 30 minutes. After I take my bath, he wakes up and goes to take his bath. He's also used to that system. He goes to take his bath and then dresses up and then he comes, we take breakfast.
So munakunywa breakfast mukua ready?
Tukiwa ready, set to go. Not at to say, it is not retire. Because I know one thing, if you decide to be walking out without taking a bath, you will get used to that. And you will have very many problems. So from there, I go to the hotel. I'm also running a hotel, Blue Moon Hotel in the market. I go there, have a look at the workers, talk to them. Is there a problem? I sort it out. You are doing well, it's okay. Then in the upper market, to the shop, I do some, the girl there, the one who is attending to the shop, writes every day, I need this.
Wow.
So she writes to me, puts it there. Then I do the shopping. I send the driver. He takes to that. Then I come there.
So
that busy schedule. Then from there, because I'm also running as a director in the farm for.
Let me come to that. You said that is your schedule for morning.
Yeah.
And I've seen several workers in this compound. I've seen in your house, all of, and you are managing all that. Now, are you doing any community work?
Yeah. In the community, let's say like where we have a farm. I am dealing with...
You have a farm?
Yeah, a farm in Makindi, just Makindi here.
Uh-huh.
I have...
Did you say the farm is your son's?
My son's farm. It's in Kalia.
Mr.
Nick Mwendwa.
Nick Mwendwa, so, the president.
Yeah, they are about 30-something workers. So when I deal with these ones here, later in the day, I go to deal with them. And
so there you are a director, managing director.
Managing director.
Your son employed you?
Yeah.
Gave you responsibility?
Yes.
Wow.
Give me a responsibility. I go there. There's a manager. I deal with the manager and the supervisor. I don't go to the workers, please.
Yeah, you are an MD.
Yeah, so I talk with the manager and the supervisor.
Wow.
If they have a problem, they tell me. If there's no problem, sometimes he even calls me and tells me, "Mommy, today there is no big hassle. We are doing 1, 2, 3. You don't even need to come."
What happens in the farm? I wish I could go there next time.
Yeah, next time you come around, you will call me and we shall go to start from the farm.
Yeah.
So when I go there...
How big is the farm?
About 100 acres. Wow. 100 acres. The farmers, we do both cropping and livestock.
Wow.
So cows, goats, sheep, hens, guinea fowls.
And the farm is for Nick Mwendwa?
Yes.
Wow. So you are given the responsibility or duties by your son?
Yes.
Wow.
I deal with the management as a director, and my husband, who is also retired, is in charge of infrastructure. So the walls that are broken, the fences that are that, houses that need construction, anything correction that needs to be done, he's always on the move to do it. And I've also realized every day you will have something to correct.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Correction in life is every day, every time.
Yeah.
So he has something every day to correct,
to
go and do. This one has done this, so we keep on doing that, and we work with that. Then we interact. The workers come from around.
Yeah.
We pick them. Okay, there are a few from other places, but there are few. But the 3/4 of them come from around.
Wow.
So there you are, and they work there. That's how we interact with them. We sell to the market.
Are they housed or they are day scholars?
Some of them are housed. We have a camp.
Wow.
Because you cannot deal with cows, goats, and hens when you come from outside.
Yeah.
Because we start milking at grade cows and then Maasai
So for
cows.
you have retired, or you retired even with your husband, but 10 years later, actually you create jobs for others.
Yeah.
Now you have over 50 workers, and you're even busier. Only the difference is that you are making your own schedules.
I'm making my own.
And it does not mean that you sleep because you are retired. It's even when you work even more.
Even, can you imagine, on Monday, we have a market day. Monday is a market day. The hotel is so busy, I wake up at 3.
What?
I wake up at 3. I do the same schedule. I will take a bath. I don't take breakfast on Monday here. I will wake up and do that. I have a small car. Call it a kadudu. I take my kadudu, I go there, so that they do not have problems as they start. You know, when they are the same age, and then they have a problem. So I make sure that they go there. At that time, I check, have you started, have you doing, and the things that I had not picked on Sunday, then I would go to the market and pick them cheaply.
So, like all your children have gone out of the house, it's just you now and your husband, Baba President, FKF. So, how is it like living together with your husband every day? A lot of people, after they retire, you hear even that's a time more fights start. How do you manage to live your husband, the two of you in the house? How do you work out that together?
I want to say this.
Yeah.
My children will always tell you, don't tell mom anything if you cannot substantiate. Because she likes the truth.
Yeah.
Mimi, if I abuse you, abuse somebody, you come and ask me. I'll tell you I have abused him. This is the abuse I used on him. And what was the reason for that? So now here, again, as I stay with my husband, namwambianga tuko wangapi? We are two. In this big house, it is not practical. You wake up, you are so annoyed and you are everything. And I normally tell him, if you get annoyed and you cannot tell me, I like forgetting immediately. She will tell you even in school, I forget immediately we finish with you. When we finish with you, so I normally tell him, if you get annoyed with me and you cannot talk, I'll just leave you here and you'll be confused. So if you ask these helps who are in the house, it's like they have never had a quarrel in the house.
Yeah.
A quarrel, not because it is not there, but we don't normally, you know, I'll just tell him 1, 2, 3 and he will tell me 1, 2, 3 and we finish it. We don't have. In fact, we find it more convenient to stay here. When we go to Nairobi to see these kids, we don't sleep. They ask us, Mommy, why are you good? Why are you not sleeping? Even my grandchildren ask me, Shosh, you don't want to sleep? No. Why? You are going back to your house. They normally call it the blue house because we have a lot of blue. We are normally, you know, even the youngest son, the kids stay in Mombasa with the mother. When they come here, they say, we are going to the blue house. And they come here, they run here, they finish. But we find it. I have never regretted that I am here, I am at this age. I am married, I have problems. And the few that are there are part and parcel of that kind of life. There is no perfect life. So those ones that are there, but as much as possible, we try to live the life that of two normal human beings staying together.
You are still friends.
We are still good friends.
So, and this is like this young generation, there's a lot of fights about you checked my phone, you did, how do you do that? Do you have any problem with your husband looking at your phone and you looking at his?
I don't know even what is in his phone. Normally, if when it cries and say, it's calling, I will.
You just carry
it and give it to him. And if he's not, or he has gone back, the only phone I will pick is it the son who is calling?
Like your son?
Yeah, he's calling.
But the other name is not.
The other names to me, they are immaterial. I will take for the sons or maybe for the daughters-in-law.
Yeah.
Or a grandchild. The rest of the people, nitamwambia fulani alipiga kama alikuwa mbali, I'll tell him so and so was called. I don't need. Even if it's for a woman, people now when you are related to somebody, doesn't mean it's negative to you. Yeah, that is where we go wrong. Utachoka, because you are not telling the people where you call. People call at their own convenience because of what they want to do. So now, even my phone, when it cries, it's here, you bring it to me, or you come and tell me so and so has called, pick the phone. And that's the way we live.
Wow.
I don't have a problem with my phone. And even if it cries when it's there, he will not even say anything. He will not bother and he will not be, or check anything that he wants to check. If there's anything in my phone he wants to check, just get for me, it's in your phone. Get it for me. And that is all. Wow. In fact, since the onset of phones, we have never quarreled over phone.
Wow.
We have never. Since they came 19 something.
Yeah. And you're saying your mom is your role model. Maybe you have other role models, I don't know. But your mom as a role model, what did you learn or what did your mother teach you that you think it has helped you?
Yes,
or you
I
think
was.
other mothers should?
I was born in a Christian family, and my father's name is Peter Kilingi, and my mother who is deceased. She died in 2002, and she was Rebecca Ndambi.
Yes.
And my mother was a farmer and a family caretaker.
Yes.
My father was a teacher.
Yes.
So I got lucky to be taken to school as a girl.
Yes.
Because my father was a teacher.
Yes.
So he had, at least he knew what he was doing.
Yes.
In fact, my uncle's daughters never went to school. None of them went to school.
Yeah.
The senior uncle, they didn't go to school. But all the daughters, us sisters, we went to school for my father.
Wow.
And my biggest mentor was my mother. My mother used to tell me so many things. She would tell me, when you grow up, if you get married, do not become a pain to the man. Let the men, the male children in the African continent, is so hard that if you fall it up, you fall yourself. You want to know why he's doing this, why he's doing this. Actually, at one moment, he told me, if you get married to somebody and he wants to get married to a second wife, tell him to go ahead and do it.
Your mother told you that?
My mother. Yes, don't. In fact, at one moment, she told me, although your father is not married to a second wife, I can show you very many children he has fathered. And one of them, we used to be in the same class and we were very good friends, boys and girls. And she told me, you know watoto wa fulani, eh? Watoto ni wa baba yako. I don't have a problem.
Your mother tells you
yes,
that?
I don't have a problem. When I went to teach in Kaskeu Secondary, something very interesting happened. A girl came to Form 1. And all of a sudden, I had boys and girls because it was mixed by then. Say, hey, Madam Kathyoli, Madam Kathyoli. So I was wondering.
That kid looked like you.
Yeah. Then they were saying, one of
That's
what
your
they were
daughter,
saying,
maybe.
yeah, Madam Kathyoli. This is the second pair for Madam Kathyoli. So I went. Kaskeu was a very good school by then. So when she came and teachers looked at her and said, sincerely, she looks like you. I said, I don't know. So after, on the weekend, when I told my mother, the daughter of so-and-so came to the school and this is what happened. And she told me, you don't know she belongs to your father?
Oh my
That she
God.
was very calm. That gave me a step up in life. That even if my husband wanted to get married,
Or if she had a kid
outside, I do not have a problem with that, even up to now. And that is why now my mother mentored me to understand that these men can be what they want. But sometimes they press women down so that you don't become what you want. But you have to look for a way. Now that he doesn't want, you somersault and become what you want by another means. You don't have to.
Not fighting.
Not fighting. It is not the fighting that makes a family. It is the way you deal with the problem that will make a family. It is not the fighting. Because the moment you fight, do you know a man finds solace in another woman? Immediately you start with. He finds solace in another one. And as we are big actors, we act. That you will get everything and say, relax and stay there. You come to your home, pretend there's anything, go ahead and stay there. And that is why you don't even have to. You make him look or correct himself by not following him too much.
Now, out of your experience, out of from what you learned from your mom and you have practiced it, would you tell that to your daughter? The same thing?
I normally told my daughter every other time.
There's something else behind the tent you mentioned when we were talking about women and the work, and you said that everyone works.
Everyone, that is one thing, that's what I'm saying. You are in the house, find out, do your work. There is only a division between two. There is official work, you go to the office. And there is the other type of work that we do for our houses. And that work is even more than the official duties. Because you are left in the house, you work, you wash, you do this, you go to the market, you sell things, you look for this. If you are in the reserve, you go to the shamba, you do this. And when he comes, what is there for you to show him? Show him something. He has come. Like now, I will show my husband at the end of it all. Dengu nimepata gunia 4. Like my mother, I told you she used to have 200 bags of maize, 30 bags of beans, cowpeas. She used to have, yes, she used to have. So when I was going to school, I knew my mother was doing it. Even now, I tell my father, because you would take 100 bags, a lorry or a Kikuyu would come to the home, stand outside, pay mother, give to, then we are given the fees. Who has done the work? And today, if you go to my
She did not have an official job.
She didn't
but
have. She did.
So everyone works.
Do you know, if you go to my father's house...
Is your father alive?
My father is around 97 years old.
Yes.
And very strong. If you go there, people don't call it his house. They call it Kwanabeka. My mother died in 2002. Those are over 20 years.
And still people
will say when they are passing, Kwalabeka.
Yeah.
They will just say that. That belongs to Rebecca. And up to date, even in the church, people would say, you hear them referring to her. And they would say, ask, what did she used to do? Today, if you go to my father's house, there are only 3 cows. Hens are less than 10. This is, Mpaka, our father tells us, I don't know what your mother used to do.
And now you told me you have these other responsibilities in the community, that you have become even more busier than when you were working as a teacher. What else are you doing now here around in Makindu, in Makueni County, to give back to your community?
In the church. I am in the council of the church.
Yeah.
And for as long as I've lived in Makindu, I've been in the council.
Yes.
And
the Catholic Church.
The Catholic Church.
Yes.
And more so, I'm a senior member of the choir.
Wow.
And I had been a treasurer for the choir for almost 20 years.
You sing?
So recently I said no.
Do you sing?
Yes, soprano.
Soprano?
Soprano.
Wow. Like what songs? Have you produced songs in your church?
We did volume 6.
Wow.
We did volume 6.
Can you like at least 2 sentences of what some of your songs that you do in the church?
Sentences.
Yes, like a stanza, yeah, something.
Yeah, then let me put my
I want to hear
my voice.
Yes.
Let me see the song that we did recently.
Yeah.
Or that we did.
Wow. Those are hobbies now.
There's one that was sung in the bus, in everywhere.
Yeah.
Naonara, mimi naonara. We used to sing that.
Yeah, we sing a little bit.
Let me remember.
Yeah.
I can. It's quite a bit. It took on about 3 years. We have not produced the ones that are there. I remember I'll sing for you before we go.
Yeah.
Then I am that. Now I am a moderator in development in the church.
Wow.
So in the church.
Yes.
And I previously, before the others, I was even a treasurer for the Catholic Deanery of Kibwezi.
Wow.
So I do that for the church.
Yeah.
When it comes to this other side of the community,
yes.
we have so many chamas. And most of them I run the table banking.
Yes.
I am a secretary to the table banking, except one chama I am a chair.
Yes.
But the rest I am in table banking. And I am happy to say that I have developed a structure for running our chamas, so that when you have your books for transparency and accountability, you have books where everybody has a page, and the page you divide into columns.
You developed that.
Yeah.
You use your education.
My education to develop that. Wow. So that the women are not, there so many of them do so many bad things. At the end of it, you ask for money. So you open an account, and the FSM Makindu has been of great help to the chamas. We open there. We only have one where we go to the KCB. But we have it there. We have an account. But the books, you can look at your page anytime you want. Come and ask for it, and I give it to you. Wow. You have a look at it. You see, this is the amount I borrowed. This is the interest. This is the total. This is what I paid. Wow. This is the balance. That's
so
what
you use your education background to guide them.
Because when I and this was after, actually, I used to be members of chamas, not me. But after I retired, I looked at the way chamas women were running them, how the women were losing money,
yeah.
how they were not there. But I said, we cannot do that.
And
when I'm in a chama and we collect money, the first thing you tell the women is, we were collecting savings. We have collected this much. Then you read the names. If you hear I have made a mistake, tell me. So and so, 200, 2,000, 2,000. Yeah, anybody who has not had, but if there is a and then the treasurer then has to do what I have read. When we take the funds.
You are like the organizing.
Yeah, you take the funds, and then I read, then treasurer, is that the money you have? Yes, they must tell. We cannot do that. Then from there, we take the column for loans. You are paying the loan or you are paying the interest. Then you pay. Then we do again treasurer, is that what you have? Yes. Then you can combine. Then again, those people want loans. I write them down. How much you want? Then like that, we do that.
Wow.
That is what the way.
So
we
what
do.
else you mentioned also CDF or something?
So, even in the village.
In the village.
But in the county, I'm also a member of CDF, Makueni County and Budget Economic Forum.
For the county?
For the county.
Wow.
I'm in that. And
like women here are so empowered.
Yeah, I think campers have no problem with empowering.
With empowering women.
I think if there's a tribe that one of them in Kenya that does not have a problem with what women are doing.
Yeah,
if we meet with her, and you will hear the men praising her. She's a very good woman. She's been to school. She has done this. She's lived in her mother's house. Yeah. You will hear them say. Yeah. I think we do not have, especially Makueni County and Machakos. Yeah. Maybe in Kitui.
Yeah, I've seen the MPs
and we don't have
even governor women.
We don't have a problem with the empowerment of women. Wow. Very few of them. Even I don't think we have a problem with FB, the gender. No. Yeah, we don't have a problem.
And what do you think has attributed to this? Especially now you were saying you don't think the community has any problem with the women empowerment. Is it your culture or what is it like? Because education was not in your culture and maybe leadership, was it like that from the beginning or what made men here not to be insecure?
I did CRE.
Yeah.
And I did the culture.
Yeah.
And one of the tribes in Africa that didn't have a problem with women was the Kamba. We are almost like the Americans.
Really?
Yes. Because when you went to a home, to the man to borrow something, he would give you 2 answers. If it doesn't involve anything big, he would give you. If he finds it's a family issue, he will tell you, just go, come tomorrow, I will have an answer. You know what he wants to do? Consult the first wife.
Wow.
Consult the first wife. And if she says no, that is all. If she says no, he will come and give you a long story of why he can't do that.
Yeah.
So the power of the Kamba woman comes from there. That and the man would want to go at the back and talk to her. If she can't accept and say, no.
So they always consult their wives.
There is no Kamba.
And I like it when it is not something, even it is something small like you can just give this, give me some water, you can give. But if it's something involving the family, he has to involve his wife.
Yes.
Wow.
He can't.
Wow.
Especially the first wife. You know, they used to have many. So we used to say that the Kambas were flexible in so many of the women issues. And in the traditions, why, in fact, it is the Kamba women who are learning bad manners from other women. Because in the traditions, it was your mother would never call you in the morning. Your mother-in-law. And if she did, she would give her a goat from her father's womb. Why do you call your daughter-in-law in the morning? What do you want with her? You cannot stand at her door.
She could be.
You cannot be shy. Yes. Why? What do you want
and
to hear
she's married.
or see? Yes, your mother-in-law cannot come to your door, be shy it or do anything. She should wait until you wake up. And your business of waking up is your husband's business. It is not the business of your mother-in-law.
But today you find the mother-in-laws, they are even shouting, even calling their son to come out when he is in the house. Wow.
In the camp. And if you did it, the clan, the family members will tell you, go and get a goat, come and slaughter.
To apologize.
To apologize for that. So I think the power of the Kamba woman came from there. It didn't come from another place. That is the only, because men used to appreciate women from the word go.
Wow.
Yes.
No wonder you have so many like in Machakos County. I think the senator is a woman.
Yeah.
The governor is a woman.
The women. But we call it Machakos girls.
Yeah, they are calling Nasikia Kalonzo and Awitanga the Machakos girls.
See, we call them the Machakos girls.
And you have no problem.
No. We don't have a problem with that. Even in the county here, Makueni, most of the seniors there are women. Most of the senior in the government. Even in Kivuda's time, it was still the same. You go there, find the women at senior, and it cannot be the men who are saying everything. See, I'm always there. You see the women, and
see, even you have that big position in the.
No, I also will not have a problem with my daughter-in-law here. And I will not never wake up a daughter-in-law. I will not tell her, where do you want to stay, where do you want to go, where do you want to do that. Because even
you don't tell her
in the traditional Kamba society, I told you it is the business of the husband to know why is your wife late.
Not you.
Not my mother-in-law. Not my mother-in-law to know why. How do you know we have not said it? We also have a common saying that says, Mati to enamon. We have that. What is your big deal with it? And I think that has given the Kambas some peace of some kind, because we can finish many days here before hearing somebody has been fighting with the husband over such.
Actually, that you mentioned a very good point. I like the way you highly talk of your daughter-in-laws. It's not actually, I didn't even hear talk about your son. Is your daughter-in-laws. That means you respect them so much. So always we ingililia their life. Even where they want to stay. You cannot even sit down with your son to discuss your daughter-in-law.
No.
Because you're the wife yake.
I don't want anybody to discuss where I stay with my husband. So let me not discuss where my daughter-in-law stays with the husband.
Or what should they do?
What they do is their business.
So long as they are comfortable.
And in most cases,
yes,
if I want anything, I tell my son, if he wants to go and talk with the wife, given or not given, it is their choice. Let them. It is a respect between me and them that would make me feel like that. Wow. And that is why I'm saying, sometimes you go and find the homes have a lot of fight because the mother-in-law wants to get inside, wants to ask. And even if my son has a problem with their wife, I don't want to be in between them.
Unless he wants to share.
And I will not listen to one side of the story. I will not listen to one side of the story. If she tells me, I'll be free to go and ask the husband, what was it that you are doing? If she doesn't want me to know, let me not also get inside because she doesn't feel comfortable with her. And it is her life. When it is like that, it's out. But I will always tell there's one of them, two of them, we are very free. And I will,
your daughter-in-law?
Yes. And I will tell her,
let
me tell you one thing. He's my son. He was not good. He's just like any other man. So when you are looking at him, don't
look at a perfect thing.
And if you can do anything, as long as you are getting what you can get, you are doing that and you are taking care of yourself, and then you reach somewhere. Do not go into the details because you will get lost and you will think I am part of it. Just get what you can get. Take care of your children. Let him bring food for the children. Let him give you water. Let him do everything. But the rest of the issues, avoid them as much as possible. Because you will live a very bad life. Because the girls that you have today, you want to get this, you want to get, and that is why in my home now, even my larger family, they have the system of not getting the husband's phones or their wife's phones.
You are already trended.
And I normally tell them, achana na simu ya mtu ni yake. Hiyo ni siri yake na yeye.
Wewe bibi ni yako. Wewe kijana ni yako.
Because you cannot decide to be unique. And simus are very...
To say, for example, like Nick, he knows everyone. Yes. He talks to everybody.
And anyway, when you are walking out, men would talk to you. So, again, when men are out, women would talk to them. That is just a man like any other. That's just a woman like any other. Wow. So when you go out and men are talking to you, there's nothing wrong. And when you go out and vice versa. But it depends on who you are. What are the values that you have? Are you a Christian? I said I value Christian values. I like them. You are doing good. You can be organized. You can be decent.
So talking to men or women is not the problem.
It is not the problem.
It is how you respond to those talks.
Yes. And there is nowhere I'm going to condition you on how you think. It is you who is thinking. And there is no way I'm going to condition your answer. Your answer comes from your words. Actions are formed by your words.
So, for you, there's no one who can come and tell you, I saw your daughter-in-law talking to so-and-so. That's not your... So what? Come on, Leon.
You cannot come and tell me, I saw your daughter-in-law with another man. Because things that are begin everything that has a beginning has an end. You started with somebody in secret. You'll end it in public. Now, that public will embarrass you. Yeah. But when I start embarrassing you, we shall have a divide. Yeah. That there are some supporting you and others supporting. Yeah. But in most cases, you will find people saying, awachane na mkaza mwana. Hizo ni vitu mingi. Na anyway, in life, unafikiri watu wamekuwekelea mambo ngapi?
Ni ukweli.
So, those things that were wekelea on me,
they can also wekelea on your daughter-in-law.
Yes.
Wow.
So, if one time I was annoyed because people said this about me. Why am I now thinking I should be happy when they talk about my daughter?
When you link your daughter-in-law, your daughter is an angel.
No. And if I do not also want my own daughter, kuwekelewa those things.
Why would you want to kuwekelea your daughter-in-law?
Why would I want to kuwekelea my daughter-in-law? Wow. Na akikosana na bwanake ni vile ninakosananga na bwana yangu.
That's normal.
That is normal.
So long as no one is doing any beating or violence.
The only thing is, but I would say one thing to the young women.
Yeah, talk to the young women.
Talk to the young women, please. Value what you do, and value what the person you're staying with does. And where is a correction, be humble. Where is a correction? In fact, sometimes even looking at somebody makes them get scared and they stop what they are doing. But when you shout at them, they become aggressive. So I would tell the young women, change your attitude. Value what you are doing. Value what is being done to your house. And where mistakes occur, start from the beginning. Do not let them go too far. And when they are too far, now we have a road like this, and you want us to finish, and we don't know what was at the back. So I will only talk about what I'm seeing.
Atujui foundation.
Atujui foundation. And you need to start from standard 1 to go to the rest of the classes. If I come to start at standard 8,
you don't know what happened from class 1 to 7.
Yes. So what happened there? I don't know. So if you want it, if you see standard 1 of mistakes, start from there. Start correcting the standard 1 of mistakes. Move with them. And so that if people ask you, you can tell them, when he started, I told him this. When he reached there, I told him this. When he reached there, I told him this. Mother, I also came to you and told you this. But when they're telling you when it is too late.
So unless you are able to start from day 1, the rest you don't tell me.
The rest you don't tell
so, me. Madam Joyce, I would like you now to look as we wind up from the camera and talk to women, retired women in general. Maybe there is a time when they should prepare themselves to retire, or what they should be doing, or kama wanataka waenda walale kwa nyumba waseme they are done, they are finished. I like the way you start your day. You say you wake up and shower at 5 because you don't want to mess your day. So talk to other women like you, and you look great, by the way. I can't even believe you are retired.
I am retired. And
yeah. Talk to those women, yes.
My colleagues, those who have retired, I hope you're doing well where you are. And if you're not doing well, there's time to do well. And there's time to live a better life. Maybe those who are lucky are the ones who thought of something before they retired, and they kept it to the end and followed. And now it has expanded. But maybe you never did that. But it is never too late. There is always a moment in life when you can make some correction. So go back and take a few steps, check what you have, check what you do. Then from there, what is it that I can do to better what I am doing so that I live a better life? Because now you are supposed to be very busy. You are supposed to be thinking higher than you did when you were young. In fact, the world of experience you have as a retired person is better than the experience you had when you were young. Because you didn't have the experience of what is contained in life. When you see a young couple there, and they are learning, and they are running, and they are giggling, and they are doing, you think they are living a better life. No. It could be a public show. So avoid any public shows. Go back to your home. Most of us who are retired, we have some pension. Make sure that the pension that you get, you use it wisely. If you never started anything, just go look at what is it. Think big, but start from that something small, so that you make an extra coin to add to your money that you are given as pension.
Wow.
That's why I said I have a hotel, I can get something extra. I have a shop, I can get something extra.
Ready cash.
Some ready cash. I also have the hands that I rear here. Then I will say, I hear them calling them. I tell them, mine ninauza big time. I said it at a high price. What do you want? I said it at 1,000. So if you ask me for 3, I get extra 3,000. I go buy. But if you don't have that, you don't. But it's never too late. Unless you are saying I'm sick, I can't wake up, I can't go anywhere. Start your day well. And the best friend, let him be God. We pray every morning with my husband. He sleeps early. So in the evening, we don't pray with him. I pray alone. I will come here in the house and go talking. I tell him, God, you know the day is over. I am going to sleep. Now sleep with me. Not allow Satan to bring tags like the way they did when they brought them here. Yeah. So do not allow them to come around again. I want to sleep. I request I sleep.
There's something we talked outside the camera when you told me that the importance of opening for your husband as you wind up, what really happened to you. Did you say that if your husband is out?
Yes.
What did you say?
If my husband is out, it's only that today life has become very different. Originally, I used to leave the door without putting the
close.
But today I would close. If he's out,
tell the women.
If he's out, please open the door immediately you hear him coming, because you do not know what is around the home. You don't know what is around the home. You could be doing that, then he's killed at the door, and people will put it on you. Even the government will tell you are the first suspect. By the way, you are the first suspect. You be picked and locked up there. Tell us what happened.
Wengine wanasema sitamfungulia.
Nje na wanawake wengine. Just open, and when you open, go there. Leave the food for him. He can warm for himself or eat it when it is cold. But let there be food for him. Let it open in the door like this. Because I have the experience, I got that experience. He was brought by thugs in the house. And then when I opened, in fact, one of them, when he called, I never answered. Because normally I used to hear people saying, you could be answering a ghost. Yeah. So I don't, if you call me at night, I don't answer. Yeah. So you come, I opened for him and he came in with the tags and they carried literally everything in the house.
The tags came with him?
Yeah, the tags came with him. And they had knives so much. In fact, one of them, we tulipata watatu later.
Yeah.
And they were jailed for 7-9 years. Then one of them is now dead. He was a neighbor. The neighbor was bringing them like that. Yeah. So when you say that, then they come in. And then they have, things they can harm you or they can kill him at the door. And just open it for him. Let him eat the food. Let him do what he wants. Do not even usianze furugu at that moment. And anyway, the years you have stayed with him, you know when he comes. Mtu wakuchelewa ni wakuchelewa. Wakuje mapema ni wakuja mapema. Mzoe. Utazoea. Why are you not used? Mmekaa pamoja. In fact, 1 year utazoea. Mmekaa pamoja for the last 10 to 15 years. Ujazoea anakujanga late. Ujazoea anashindanga na wanawake. Ujazoea. Sio zoea. Si kuna wanawake here who cannot do without having a second aside person. Si umewazoea. Bwanake pia amzoea. Bwanake amzoea. Si ulimuoa like that. You have mentored her. She can't change. You have mentored your husband.
Hata mwanaume azoe bibi yake.
Azoe bibi yake because ataona unasalimiana na wanaume.
Kubadilisha wanawake haitasaidia.
Haitasaidia. Hata akienda akifanya, and majority 90% of men keep side chicks. 90% out of every 10, it's only one who doesn't have.
Kama
kunaye, that is what I'm saying. But imagine out of 5 women, maybe 3 ndio wako na side men. But 2 you will find them, they are bothered with their own lives. So we are on a better calendar than them. We are on a higher calendar than them. So mzoe, and do not even scream of them. Open for them, let them come see. And I am telling you, keeping quiet sometimes is part of good life and answers that you give to a person to change from what he is to become a better person. But the moment you decide, I am screaming at them. There was one time one of my sons told me, when I was quarreling them, one of them was chaos every day. So one of them, I used to talk to him, he doesn't answer me. So one of the time I asked, Junior, why don't you answer me? Mother, I always think you are quarreling with the walls. The walls of the house. Not me. I mean, you turn that way, you are quarreling with that wall. You turn that way, you are quarreling with that. The four walls. So maybe I am used to you when you are quarreling the walls. Because you would go there, then you follow somebody as they turn, you follow them. As they turn. So he told me, Mother,
I didn't know it is me.
If you want to talk to me, that was a big challenge.
Yeah.
Come and tell me, Junior, why did you do this? What was the problem? But when you start quarreling, mommy, quarrel only Alex. Leave me alone. Because Alex is all over yelling and doing. But me, talk to me. So let's talk to this
understand
people.
Someone the way he is.
The way
he wants to be treated and the way she wants to be treated.
That is why my son, that one, wanted me to call them, sit down. But this other one is,
you can talk when he's walking.
When he's walking, he will even decide to come behind you when you are talking. You must stand. The chaotic one. So I think people are also like that. We are different in the way we respond and the way we do that. And many of us women, we do not want to know what that person wants.
You just judge them. Or you compare them with other men.
Yes. I want to be like Connie. I want to be like this. I'm asking for this in the evening. I'm asking for this. And we cannot be the same. The moment you decide, I want to go to South Africa because I have friends who are going to South Africa. And the man tells you no. Then it becomes a point of disagreement. Or I want to do this. And stay where you are supposed to be. Leave your class. Do not look
within your limits.
Within your limits. And you will find life better than it is. So the retirees, let them live within their limits, but let them look for something extra. Let them keep themselves busy. Let them start the day by telling God, come to me and take care of me. And then you start, cleanliness is next to godliness. So take a bath in the morning, you put on clean clothes, better than you used to put on when you used to go to work, and then from there, arrange yourself and do better than you are doing.
Wow. Yes. Thank you very much, viewers. Today, you see, things are hot. New Year is coming with new things. You've started it hot, and this is oozing wisdom from Madam Joyce. Thank you so much, Madam. And God bless you. Next time we are coming to the farm and see what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.